Welcome to Monday Night Raw. We start off with the winner of the triple threat match from WrestleMania, Seth freaking Rollins. After Heyman blindsided CM Punk and Roman Reigns at WrestleMania and sided with Seth Rollins, Rollins wanted to come out here alone to address what happened at WrestleMania. Rightfully so, the crowd is on their feet, seeing as the WWE Universe has been waiting for Seth to finally get his flowers.
And in case you didn't know, you've been living under a rock, you are looking at the winner of the main event of WrestleMania!
Rollins just wanted to come out and serenade the crowd with his music. Following that, we got the Monday night debut of the Samoan werewolf Jacob Fatu. With the overnight trade of the Samoan werewolf to Monday Night Raw, he had to relinquish his United States Championship. Now he wants to begin his climb to the Intercontinental Championship by making a statement against NXT call-up Lexis King. Before Lexis King was called up to the main roster, he won the NXT North American Championship and then vacated it a week later. He claimed that since he won the title, he's above all the average NXT superstars and feels he's always been main roster bound. Now, we'll see if Lexis can halt the momentum of the Samoan werewolf. Unfortunately for Lexis King, Jacob Fatu came out of the gate on fire. From the opening bell, Fatu dominated, keeping Lexis 3 steps behind at every turn. The Samoan powerhouse imposed his will, delivering crushing Samoan drops and punishing running elbows that left Lexis reeling. While King managed to get some offense in, it was too little, too late. Fatu quickly regained control and brought the match to a decisive end with a devastating impaler, sealing the victory in dominant fashion. After his match with Lexis, Jacob Fatu grabs the mic and has something to say to the WWE Universe and the WWE locker room.
One thing I will not let you do is try to act like I ain't never got mine. What y'all thought I was crazy? Huh? What y'all thought I was off the hinges? Huh? What y'all thought I was losing it? Huh? The crazy thing about this situation is that I'm just getting started.
After Jacob Fatu drops a chilling promo following his squash match against Lexis King, the tone shifts. The energy in the arena changes, and then, making her long-awaited main roster debut, Stephanie Vaquer arrives, recognized globally as one of the most technically gifted in-ring performers today. Vaquer steps onto the WWE stage with unmatched poise. She's not here to prove herself. She knows who she is. She walks to the ring with purpose, microphone in hand, and delivers a sharp, composed promo.
I am the NXT Women's Champion, la primera Stephanie Vaquer. And I want to come out here.
The crowd barely has time to react before Zoe Stark's music hits. She storms down to the ring, visibly irritated. Zoe says, hold on. You think just because you were NXT Women's Champion, you can walk in here, call yourself La Primera this and La Primera that, and suddenly we're all supposed to just bow down? Nah. This is my house. I've been grinding on this roster week in and week out while you were down there playing Queen of the Minors. La Primera says, fight me then. You're on, Zoe says. The tension in the ring peaks as the crowd reacts, and officials quickly step in to prevent an early brawl. This match kicks off with high intensity from both competitors, each determined to prove a point. From the opening bell, it's clear why Stephanie Vaquer is called La Primera. Her precision, composure, and technical mastery are on full display. But Zoe Stark, known as the Sniper, is just as sharp, meeting Stephanie's offense with quick counters and raw aggression. Stephanie takes early control with calculated strikes and smooth transitions, forcing Zoe to rethink her approach. But Stark's ring awareness soon turns the tide. She uses the ropes, spacing, and timing to her advantage, catching Vaquer off guard with a sudden burst of offense. A smirk spreads across Zoe's face as she taunts the newcomer, feeling like she's put the rookie in her place. But just when it seems like Zoe's arrogance has taken over, Stephanie capitalizes. Ducking a reckless clothesline, she counters with a snap German suplex that flips the momentum back in her favor. The crowd erupts as La Primera rises, eyes locked on Stark, signaling that this fight is far from over. Just when Stephanie Vaquer thought she had it sealed with La Beso del Diablo, the Devil's Kiss, Zoe Stark shocks the crowd by kicking out at 2.5. The frustration is written all over Stephanie's face. She slaps the mat, momentarily losing her composure, and that small lapse opens the door. Zoe surges back, catching Stephanie with a sliding knee right under the jaw. The crowd gasps as Vaquer collapses to the mat. Sensing her moment, Zoe gears up for the Z360, but just as she spins in, Stephanie counters. With flawless timing, La Primera snaps Zoe down with a lightning-quick inverted DDT, flipping the momentum once again. Stephanie rises, focused and relentless. She doesn't waste a second. She hoists Zoe up and drives her back down with another picture-perfect Devil's Kiss. 1, 2, 3. It's over. Stephanie Vaquer stands tall in her main roster debut, making a statement the entire Raw Women's division won't forget. Sammy, my friend, you've impressed us all. Honestly, you've been impressing us since the Bloodline. But what better way to give us your answer not with words, but with action? Next week, Drew takes on Braun. If you really want to be for the cause and you really want to do things the right way, how about helping Braun and we can help you? While Paul leaves Sammy to ponder his choices, he's approached by a man who has another one. The grass isn't always greener. Sometimes you've just got to water your own lawn. My door is always open. Sammy with two very different but equally intriguing offers. And after Sammy is faced with a very important decision, Fraxiom shows up on the main roster to face American Made. Fraxiom, being the hottest new tag team to come out of NXT, is making their long-awaited main roster debut against one of the top teams of Monday Night Raw. With Fraxium's fast but technical offense against the powerful but technical Creed brothers, this should make for one hell of a match. If Fraxium picks up a win, we might be seeing them get Fast Track 2 for the WWE Tag Team Championships against the British Lions, in Charlie Dempsey and the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. They defended their titles against American Made at WrestleMania in one of the greatest tag team matches in WrestleMania history, raising the stocks of both American Made and the British Lions. The match starts as expected, with Axiom unleashing a flurry of leg kicks and punches, but quickly get countered by Julius Creed. Both teams getting some type of offense off, but not one quite winning the match so far. With the Creed brothers' strength and chemistry, you can tell Fraxium was a bit fluttered as the Creeds start to pick the pace up. Even though Fraxium has some glimmer of hope, the Creeds get right back to working the body of Axiom. But just when it starts looking bad for Fraxium, they start to get their footing. As the crowd starts to get behind them and they start gaining momentum, Fraxium starts to get a lot more offense in. Nathan Fraser starts putting in some high-flying offense. Guess never slow down isn't just a catchphrase, even going as far as tagging Axiom in and hitting their signature move and beating the Creed brothers, making a statement for their Raw debuts. With Fraxium picking up that win, we might just get to see them versus the British Lions. That would be one hell of a match. With Sami coming out to the roar of the crowd, he looks to be in good spirits despite the conversation with Paul Heyman and Karrion Kross. With Seth, Bron and Heyman lurking in the background, is there a possibility we can see Sami join the faction? If not, his IC title reign could be at risk. The ultimate underdog story continues as Intercontinental Champion Sami Zayn goes head-to-head with one half of the British Lions, the Bruiserweight Pete Dunne. Dunne has been eyeing an opportunity at the IC title for quite some time, and Sami, never one to back down from a challenge, has granted it. Two warriors, two contrasting styles, and one prestigious championship on the line. Expect a hard-hitting classic. Pete Dunne versus Sami Zayn. The match kicks off just as you'd expect, fast-paced, technical and intense. Sami Zayn and Pete Dunne waste no time, trading holds and momentum. Dunne, staying true to his bruiserweight roots, targets Sami's fingers with that signature joint manipulation. They go pin for pin, roll up for roll up, neither man giving an inch. The crowd is on their feet, sensing something special. But just as Sami begins to build momentum, Seth Rollins' theme blares through the arena, and everything shifts. Sammy's eyes immediately shoot to the stage, his focus momentarily broken. Dunn takes full advantage, rolling him up from behind, but Sammy kicks out just in time. The bruiserweight stays on the attack, wasting no motion. He hoists Zayn up and delivers a devastating, bitter end. He covers, but Sammy kicks out. The crowd erupts, stunned by the champion's resilience. The match hits a fever pitch. Blow for blow, strike for strike. Two warriors pushing each other to the edge. Sammy catches Dunn in motion and plants him with a blue thunderbomb. A near fall. He backs into the corner. The crowd rises with him. Boom! Hell of a kick. 1, 2, 3. Sami Zayn retains in a match that lived up to the hype, but the looming presence of Seth Rollins hangs heavy. Ugh, do I really have to do this? I'm Cora Jade, and things are about to change. This isn't just a new chapter, it's the generation of Jade, and I know you didn't just cut me off. You're out here acting like you run something. As long as I'm here, there is no generation of Jade. Raw belongs to King Coda. Oh really? Then get to the ring, and I'll show you exactly why that crown doesn't belong on your head. Since stepping away from damage control to chase singles gold, King Coda has been on a tear. Largely undefeated, she's turned heads with every performance. In and out of the ring, Coda's growth has been undeniable. More focused, more dangerous, and more determined than ever. Seriously? This is who I'm facing? Old, washed-up Dakota Kai? She should have stayed with Damage Cuttrell. At least there, someone pretended she was relevant. It's okay. I'm going to show her exactly why it's the generation of Jade.
Welcome to the generation of Jade.
Jade clearly has no respect for any of the women on the roster, especially Dakota Kai. Cora Jade makes her way to the ring with that signature attitude. She calls herself the future of WWE, and tonight she's looking to prove it against a veteran in Dakota Kai. The match kicks off with Cora Jade making it clear she has zero respect for Dakota Kai. She charges in, landing a sharp Hurricane Rana followed by a quick senton, taking early control. But Dakota, no stranger to fast starts, weathers the storm and fires back with her signature kick-heavy offense, shifting the momentum in her favor. Just when Cora thinks she has the jump on Dakota, she gets rocked with a stiff forearm, then a rapid flurry of kicks that stun her and lead straight into Kai's signature scorpion kick. With Cora dazed, Dakota lines her up in the corner and delivers a brutal running heel kick. She doesn't stop there. Another vicious kick catches Cora seated against the bottom turnbuckle, and with precision timing, Kai hits her with the chiropractor, sealing the deal and picking up the win. Dakota Kai stands tall over Cora Jade, focused fire in her eyes. Since breaking away from Damage Cuttrell, she's made it clear. This version of Dakota is sharper, faster, and more dangerous than ever. At WrestleMania, Gunther proved, once again, why he is one of the most dominant forces in WWE history. In a hard-fought war against Jey Uso, the Ring General retained his World Heavyweight Championship, not with flash, but with precision. with discipline, with wrestling. Tonight, the longest reigning Intercontinental Champion of the modern era steps into the ring as World Heavyweight Champion and issues an open challenge. Because to Gunther, this title is not a prop. It is the symbol of excellence, of legitimacy, of wrestling. At WrestleMania, I did exactly what I said I would do. I wrestled Jey Uso, and if there is anyone who dares to call themselves a wrestler, then step into my ring. Show me. Fight me. And just like that, the landscape shifts. Obafemi, the powerhouse, the prodigy, steps onto the main stage of Monday Night Raw, a former North American champion who tore through NXT with pure dominance, and now he's here for the biggest prize in the game. No hesitation, no fear, just raw power, walking straight toward a war with Gunther. Obafemi didn't just answer the call, he is the call. The match kicks off exactly how you'd expect. Two colossal forces colliding, throwing each other around the ring like it's nothing. Gunther, calculated and ruthless. Obafemi, explosive and unrelenting. At one point in the match, Obafemi stuns the entire arena, lifting Gunther and planting him with a thunderous F10. The ring general rolls to the outside, trying to regroup, clearly shaken by the raw power of the challenger. But when Gunther steps back in, he's met with even more resistance. Oba isn't letting up. Then, out of nowhere, Gunther explodes with that signature T-Rex dropkick, launching Oba across the ring like a missile. But somehow, Oba gets back up, like it barely fazed him. And from there, it's chaos. Two big, meaty men trading blow for blow, holding nothing back. Oba powers Gunther up and drives him into the mat with a vicious powerbomb. The champ is down. Gunther pulls himself up and locks in a sleeper hold, trying to drain the fight from Oba. But the challenger powers through, breaking free and landing his signature slam. Then, he hoists Gunther high. Fall from grace, and the champion is flat on his back. But the champion kicks out at one. The crowd erupts in disbelief. Gunther sits up with fury in his eyes. He explodes to his feet and charges. Another T-Rex dropkick, this one even more brutal than the last. He gives Oba no time to recover. Without missing a beat, Gunther hauls him up, muscles him into the air, and slams him down with a devastating powerbomb. Gunther retains. The ring general stands tall once again. But the celebration barely begins. Rollins, eyes locked on the World Heavyweight Championship, tension thick in the air, and steps right up to Gunther. Face to face, eye to eye, neither man says a word.